Hello, online sellers. This is Jordan Malik, founder of Honest Online Selling and JordanMalik.com. You probably know me from my service called FindSpotter, or you read my blog, or you're a listener to my Ask Jordan podcast. I want to give you a review, an in-depth review of the StartupBros Import Empire online training and course and educational materials. This is weeks 3 and 4 that I'm reviewing. If you're a little lost and you don't know what this refers to, head over to jordanmalik.com/bros review, jordanmalik.com/bros, B-R-O-S, and the word review, and you'll see this page. This talks a little bit about the free webinar that I hosted back in April. We're doing it again in July. And back in April, we had a number of folks that sign up for advanced training from the StartupBros, and you'll be able to do that again. Both listen and watch the free webinar and get some free training, or sign up for the advanced training on July 1st. We're going to be doing it again. I'm going to be hosting it. Really, two of the hardest working guys that I've seen thus far. I thought I worked really hard to bring quality training and materials and advice to e-commerce sellers. These two guys, Will and Kyle, have really knocked it out of the park, and they're getting a lot of success stories from the people that took their April 2015 Import Empire Jumpstart group. And again, this will be offered again in July, but I wanted to give you an inside look on weeks 3 and 4, late April, early May of this year. Before I do that, this is the Facebook group that you get access to when you sign up for their Import Empire Jumpstart group. Quite a few members here. This is a private face group that only the paying members get access to this, and quite a few members here are really starting from zero and hitting it out of the park. This is a gentleman, thanks to the training of Import Empire Jumpstart group, is now in month 2 of his private label product. He passed his monthly quota of 3,000 in sales. His 1-year goal is 100,000 sales in a month. And you can see a screenshot here. You know, in other Facebook groups, I've noticed that people post their screenshots of their sales, kind of bragging about it, and they don't really offer much help. What's interesting is that, you know, all these folks that are within this Facebook group are very helpful, but this comes directly out of the training. So what they have access to learn to get, let me rephrase that, they have access to all the same materials that got this gentleman here, okay, to where he's now doing 3,000 a month, and he's just in his 2nd month. Here's somebody else from the UK. I know a lot of you UK folks say, hey, there's not much training out there for us, or education materials, or learning how to sell. And I want to also remind you that Amazon is just one piece of this whole thing. The people that are really crushing it are going far beyond Amazon. They're peaking out at Amazon. They're starting, you know, they're peaking out on Amazon and or eBay, and then they're doing, you know, their own Shopify web stores, etc., or Pinterest or what have you, driving sales on a variety of channels, not just Amazon. But here's somebody from the UK who said they've been using the advertising, these sponsored ads from Amazon on the Amazon platform, and their sales have been boosted as a result. This is in British pounds, of course. Here's somebody who's a really successful student of Import Empire Jumpstart Group. He signed up a while back, and he is now, he's got several products that are private label that are his own. Pretty impressive what this guy's done. And he's putting together videos for his virtual assistant. He has a virtual assistant who he's going to have manage his negative, when he gets negative feedback, and among other things. And he's sharing the training video that he put together for that virtual assistant on how to deal with negative seller feedback. Pretty impressive. Here's somebody, here's somebody who's just 1 month in. And remember, Import Empire Jumpstart Group teaches you, if you want to learn, they teaches you clearance arbitrage, you know, retail and online arbitrage, how to start, you know, ramping up your revenue by sourcing locally. So some folks jump right in, they do clearance arbitrage. Some folks who signed up for the Import Empire Jumpstart Group, they've already got arbitrage under their belt, and they just start learning the training for private label or wholesale or importing, you know, products from China, etc. This person has over 6,000 in just their first month, 6,600 in arbitrage revenue. Looks like they must have a second account, a second Amazon seller account. I'm not sure, but they've done 2,500 in their private label. Here they are thanking the staff of Import Empire Jumpstart Group. Okay, so let's take a look inside Import Empire Jumpstart Group, the April 2015 session. Now you'll remember in the first video that you can get over at jordanmalik.com/bros review, I show you the main interface here and all the different segments. You can go to the training, you can go to the Facebook group, you can get your email templates, VIP discounts, etc. So I'm not going to go through all that again. I'm just going to jump right into weeks 3 and 4 of the training. Week 3 is the product research deep dive. This looks like it's over 4 hours of training that if you were able to get it live, that's great. If you signed up for the April group and you didn't get it live, you have access to the pre-recorded version just like everyone else. So yeah, it's over 4 hours. They introduce you to product research tools. They tell you what your goals should be, the do's and don'ts of product research, how to get specific, looking for product ideas, how to look for product ideas. You know, I talk to a lot of sellers who start out and they kind of make some demands that paint themselves in a corner. They say, I want to start importing products that have zero competition and that I can buy for $1 a piece or whatever. And they've automatically excluded themselves out from every virtual product that they could sell. You don't have to be picking a product that nobody else is selling. If a product has a lot of competition, it's usually a good thing. And what we're finding in this space right now, especially on Amazon, is that the bulk of the products that are out there that are selling very well, the sellers have no idea what they're doing. Their product listings aren't all that great. So it's a prime opportunity because the numbers are sitting there right in front of you where you're able to jump in and source the product, sell it at a higher price point, and beat them in sales. They do a live research demonstration. They go over patents and trademarks, which is not a big issue, right? It's something that you have to avoid if you see that products do have a trademark or a patent on them. How to use Terapeak effectively, research deep dive, dealing with different sizes, colors, and models, dealing with Chinese sellers, how to find and what are the red hot niches. That's the whole opportunity of this, is to get into something that's trending hot and be one of the first or one of the top tier of sellers. What to think about when picking your best products. They do a Q&A answering questions from the live attendees, using chat with suppliers, going over freight rates, more product research, more Q&A, and they do a duty calculator here, how to calculate duties from imports. Advanced product research workbook, simple product research workbook. I think I showed you these two in the last video. 3 slides. They give you the slides of the entire presentation that is up here in the video if you just want the slides, and the Q&A log, right? They give the entire printout of the Q&A that occurred, questions and answers. Let's take a look at week 4, and week 4 is about suppliers, sourcing, and samples. And remember, this is all laid out step by step, so no matter, you don't have to follow along with all the live training sessions. You can go back if you missed a week or two. If you were a member of this and you jump in late, you can go back and just follow all this. It's very, very sequential. Okay, things to keep in mind with suppliers, where to find suppliers, a few things to know about Alibaba, Alibaba Trade Assurance, submitting a buying request. Remember, this is all how-to information, how-to training, using keywords to find product, negotiation hacks, minimum order quantities, right? How to get around those issues when somebody says, oh, you need minimum order quantity is 1,000 and you can't afford that. There's people that are starting out with very, very small minimum order quantities. They start out with samples, and then their first orders are very small, 100 units, etc., 200 units. Payments and pricing, mitigating problems, getting samples and prototypes, how to use AliExpress. Okay, sports brands, selling products with logos as used, shipping, duties, and taxes. What's the most important thing to focus on? Different types of shipping. How many different products should they get samples for? PayPal versus TT, which I think is like a wire service. Dealing with middlemen, and some other information here. Again, the email templates that you can send out to suppliers are right here. They're part of the program. Your slides, there's a gentleman named Edmund who gives his presentation here. His slides are included, and of course the Q&A of week 4. Okay, now there's bonus sessions that were part of weeks, I believe they're weeks 3 and 4, and these are all videos and training that are laid out the same way. Taking action, category ungating and approval, the creation, growth, and future of Alibaba, the founders of Startup Bros landed an interview with a former major, I believe he's a vice president of Alibaba, who just published a book. So they were able to get him on to interview him about Alibaba and how it affects e-commerce sellers and how the future of Alibaba's growth will affect the sellers. And the last name of the author is Porter. He has a book that's out right now. Okay. And using AMA Suite for Amazon Products Research and Growth. There's an AMA Suite software that you get a big discount to. I have personally used the AMA Suite software. It's used primarily from folks who do private labeling and they want to do product research to see what's hot, what keywords people are looking for, etc. And you actually get a discount and bonuses as a member of the Startup Bros Jumpstart Empire. Now in the next video, I'm going to show you what happened in weeks 5 through 6. So just head over to jordanmalik.com/bros review and the page will look something like this. This one here, and I'll have weeks 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, etc. So again, if you want to see the other videos looking inside the Import Empire Jumpstart group, head over to jordanmalik.com/bros review.